Hello viewers, in this video we are going to discuss the three levels of data abstraction that is maintained in database management systems. Where data abstraction is the process of hiding irrelevant information at each level of a database and representing only the essential features to simplify users' interaction with the system. That is, this data abstraction is achieved by describing the data that is required for the users at each level with its corresponding schemas such as physical schema, conceptual schema and external schema as shown in this figure. Where physical schema describes how data are actually stored on storage devices. That is, it gives a complete description of the physical storage of the database such as data representation methods, file organization and access methods, etc. And this schema provides the lowest level of data abstraction. Usually, system programmers works at this level, where conceptual schema describes the data stored in the database and the relationship among them. For example, in relational database management systems, conceptual schema describes the entities, attributes and the relationship between them together with integrity constraints for all the relations that are stored in the database. Here in this level, the physical storage details are hidden. And in this level, usually programmers as well as database administrators works together. Where view schema describes the collection of views that are derived from the conceptual schema. And these views contains the part of the entire database so as to serve the specific needs of particular group of users. Since these views are not actually going to be stored into the database, these views are also called as virtual relations. And this view level provides the highest level of abstraction for the data stored into the database. Here examples for each schema is given, and here a physical schema describes the file organization as the unordered file organization, and for accessing the records indexing method is used, and where index is created on the first attribute of the table. And here conceptual schema defines three tables named students, courses and enrolled, where student table has four attributes such as ID, name, login and age. And course table has three attributes ID, course name and credits. And the enrolled table has two attributes ID and grade. And here we can notice that this enrolled table relates the students and courses table by having a common attribute ID. Here this ID attribute present in both the tables. Like this, conceptual schema describes the entities, attributes and relationship between the entities. Here in this example, three sample views are given, where the first two views, student information and student login information, are defined from students relation, and the course information view is defined from the courses relation. Here student information view is defined for the users, those who are interested only in viewing the ID and name information of the students. And very similarly, student login information view is defined for accessing only ID and login information and so on. As given in this figure, for every database there can be only one physical schema and conceptual schema, but n number of external schemas can be defined so as to satisfy the diverse needs of different category of users. This levels of data abstraction in the three-tier architecture of a DBMS reduces the complexity of the database as well as provides data independence at each level. Where data independence refers to the ability to modify the schema at one level of the database system without altering the schema at the next higher level. Actually, there are two types of data independence can be achieved in a DBMS. The first one is logical data independence and another one is physical data independence. Where logical data independence can be defined as the capacity to change the conceptual schema without having to change the external schema. That is, if we do any changes in the conceptual view of the data, then the user's view in the external level would not be affected. And this logical data independence is used to separate the external level from the conceptual view. And this logical data independence occurs at the user's interface level. The meaning of this is that the external user can access the data while physical schema is getting modified by the database administrator. Where physical data independence can be defined as the capacity to change the internal schema without having to change the conceptual schema. For example, if we do any changes in the storage size of the database system server, then the conceptual structure of the database will not be affected. And this physical data independence is used to separate conceptual levels from the internal levels. And this physical data independence occurs at the logical interface level. In these slides, the points whatever we have discussed so far is given for your reference. Viewers, in this video we have learnt about the different levels of abstraction that is maintained in the three-tier architecture of database management system. If you find this video is useful to you, kindly subscribe this channel. Thanks for watching.